And guys, what is going on once again? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for the 19th episode of my Royal Rumble match recap and review retro series. We now take a look back at the 2006 Royal Rumble match. This match was the big match known for, Rey Mysterio winning it all for Eddie Guerrero, who had just passed away that November as well. I mean, I'm not sure if it's true. I thought I remember reading a rumor, or it might have just been, me just overthinking it. Eddie Guerrero probably could have been the one to win this Royal Rumble match, which would have been awesome, but it didn't happen. But at the time, Rey Mysterio was probably one of the biggest baby faces on SmackDown Live at the time, and Batista was out with injury as well. So you had some big holes to be filled there. So they gave the opportunity to Rey Mysterio. Unfortunately, though, when Rey did eventually, overcome all the odds, the title reign he had did not really, live up to expectations, unfortunately, from what I've heard. But still, the moment they this had was great. The match, though, itself for the Royal Rumble 2006, a little inconsistent. Up and down, had some good spots in it, but had the stuff with Rey was good. But the rest of the match itself was stretched around. There really wasn't any, like new star that was really, formed or broken through in this match. Just nothing really like astronomically really happened though in the match besides the story with Rey and Mysterio as well. Just getting to the top and doing it for Eddie pretty much. But without further ado, let's get right into this review. The 2006 Royal Rumble took place on January 29, 2006 at the American Airlines Center in Miami, Florida. As always, the number one contendership at Wrestlemania for whichever title they choose is on the line. This was actually also the first time since 1998 that the Royal Rumble match was not the main event. 1998, that was the casket match where Shawn Michaels, the Undertaker, wrestled for the championship. That's where Shawn Michaels hurt his back, suffering that severe back injury that put him on the shelf for about 3 or 4 years. This pay-per-view actually had two championship matches taking place after the Royal Rumble. The main event was Kurt Angle and Mark Henry, and the only other time after this we see the Royal Rumble not be the main event was 2013 when it was CM Punk and The Rock for the championship in the main event. But I just want to get that note out there. So let's get started. The number one entrant was Triple H, which I keep thinking that Triple H is a babyface this time, but he is actually still a heel. He turns babyface when D-Generation X reforms later that year when Shawn Michaels was feuding with the McMahons. Of course, number two entrant was Rey Mysterio. And of course, stories, Triple H, the big heel, just, overpowering everybody, like who is going to be the one to finally get Triple H out. Number three was Simon Dean, but he didn't last in there too long at all, as he thought he eliminated Rey Mysterio, so he tried to give Triple H a high five, but then he pretty much are just double teamed by Mysterio and Triple H, and he gets eliminated. Number four was Psychosis. Wasn't there long at all. Mysterio eliminated him. Now, number five was the Nature Boy. Woo! Ric Flair. He went after Triple H because I guess they were involved in the feud in late 2005 as well. So, Triple H was on feud with the Big Show around this time, but, they were still going at it a little bit. Flair looked like he was getting a lot of good offense in on Triple H, but out of the blue, Triple H just hits like a back body drop over top rope, and just like that, Ric Flair was gone. It would have been nice to see Ric Flair last a little bit longer in this match to help the star power a little bit. Number six was the Big Show, who, as I said before, was feuding with Triple H at this time. And he was going after Big Show. He did do a headbutt on Rey Mysterio, but he was mainly targeting Triple H because he broke his hand with a sledgehammer. Number six. Number seven was Jonathan Coachman. Didn't last long at all, though. He just got eliminated by Big Show. That was it. So I keep forgetting to mention, which brands they were from. Triple H was from Raw, Rey Mysterio, Simon Dean, and Psychosis from SmackDown. Ric Flair and Big Show and Jonathan Coachman were from Raw. Sorry I forgot to mention those, but I'll make sure to keep it on track next time. Number eight was Mr. Bobby Lashley from SmackDown Live. This is his first Royal Rumble. They were dying to give him the big push that they wanted to give him. Unfortunately, didn't last too long in the WWE as he would go on to TNA. But he comes out at number 8. Now number 9. From Raw was Kane. This is the time where Big Show and Kane were tag partners. They were the tag team champions. He comes in at number 9. Number 10 is Sylvan. I can't want to say Sylvan, but it's called Sylvan. He was on SmackDown. He had last long at all, though, as Bobby Lashley eliminated him. And who knows what happened to Sylvan afterwards. But then, Kane, this is where I started getting some haunting memories. Because Kane and Big Show, were a tag team. They teamed up. They hit a double choke slam on Bobby Lashley, and he just dumped him out like he was garbage. I'm sure we're going to be hearing about that again, even just a lot more worse, though, in a few more videos. I'll be ranting about that. But then Kane and Big Show decided for the fun of it to start going after each other, though they were tag partners. The Triple H, though, would eliminate them both from behind, though, so they were both out. Later on in the year, though, in May, because that's when the whole May 19th storyline came along. That's where Kane and Big Show split up, and they had a small feud before Big Show went on to the new ECW brand, which sucked. I gotta say, that really sucked. But yeah, so that's happened there. Number 11 from Raw was Carlito, who was, just a heel that they meant to push, but just never really got over with the crowd as well. Number 12, Chris Benoit, who's back on SmackDown. Number 13 was Booker T from SmackDown. Actually, 12 to 16 were all from SmackDown. But Booker T only lasted 18 seconds. He was the U.S. champion. He was eliminated. That you can tell how much they really cared about the U.S. championship at that point. 14 was Joey Mercury. Number 15 was a surprise entrant, Tatanka, from the 90s, if you remember him. Number 16 was Johnny Nitro. So both ends of M&M were in there. Number 17 from Raw, we had Trevor Murdoch. Number 18 was then from Raw, Eugene, probably a surprise appearance. And then number 19, I can't believe this guy was still in this match. Road Warrior Animal came out number 19. It was on SmackDown at the time. Number 20 from Raw was RVD, who was out for most of the second half of 2005 with a knee injury, I think they said it was. So this was his return back, and he had a pretty stellar performance in this, I'd say. He would eliminate Animal. Number 21 from SmackDown is Orlando Jordan. Number 22 from Raw is Chavo Guerrero. But then he wouldn't last as long as Triple H would eliminate him, which would set up Mysterio. Mysterio would go after Triple H again, which Mysterio hadn't really done much for a while in this match. Number 23 from SmackDown, we have Matt Hardy. Number 24 from SmackDown, also we have Super Crazy. I don't know who the heck that is. Numbers 25 through 29 were all from Raw. Number 25 being HBK, who would eliminate Murdoch. Number 26 was Chris Masters. Number 27 was Viscera, the big human love machine. I don't know what made me more sick, that or Great Khali being the Punjabi Playboy. That was just all terrible. He comes in number 27, and he would eliminate Matt Hardy. Number 28 was Shelton Benjamin, who was a heel at this time, playing in the role when he brought his mama out to the ring. And at the time, Shawn Michaels was involved in a feud with Mr. McMahon. So Mr. McMahon, ordered Shelton Benjamin to eliminate HBK. Well, did that happen? We'll find out. Chris Benoit eliminated Eugene. Number 29 was Goldust, making a surprise return. Number 30 from SmackDown was the Legend Killer himself, Randy Orton. He would eliminate Chris Benoit, who they had just gone over a feud. Randy Orton, during his time, he had briefly turned face before turning back into a heel, as he was full-on heel, in this feud he had with, the winner of this Rumble, and eventually got into a triple threat match at WrestleMania 22. We then had Masters and Carlito team up to eliminate Viscera, but then Carlito would eliminate Masters. RVD eliminated Goldust. Orton eliminated Jordan, and then Michaels eliminated Mercury and Nitro, M&M, and he would also super kick to eliminate Shelton Benjamin. But then, unfortunately, that's not Mr. McMahon. He came out and off the distraction. Shane McMahon came from behind and eliminated him. This leads to a match at WrestleMania, I believe, between Mr. McMahon and Shawn Michaels. That's when also he went to this crazy storyline where he felt that it was a 2-on-1 handicap match. It was Vince against HBK and God. So at Backlash that year, I still remember Michael Cole said, or whoever was said it on when they were announcing it. When I was watching the match card for that show. It was him saying, so Mr. McMahon's gone nuts. So it's him and his son, the fruit of his lumber, he said, Shane, against Shawn Michaels and his tag team partner, God? It was a strange idea, but I just liked the way he said, God? But that was he was eliminated that way. Carlito was eliminated by RVD, making a final four: Triple H, Orton, RVD, and Mysterio. Orton came in number 30. RVD came in at number 20, and then Triple H and Mysterio were numbers 1 and 2. Um, so Triple H did throw Mysterio into RVD while he's on their edge, so he got eliminated. So then it seemed like Orton and Triple H, despite the fact that they had split recently from Evolution, like in the past year, and had their differences, they seemed like teamed up with an alliance briefly try to eliminate Mysterio. They did briefly go after each other. Eventually, it looked like Triple H was about to dump Mysterio over the ropes. Mysterio hung on to him and pulled him out instead. So it's down to Orton and Mysterio, and Orton was about to throw Mysterio out as well, but Mysterio held on. He turned around, sat up, and just hit a Hurricanrana on Orton, and Rey Mysterio wins the 2006 Royal Rumble match. He wins it for Eddie. Now, fortunately, after this, though, and this was a little bit strange booking. After this, though, we had Mysterio put his title opportunity on the line at No Way Out, the Elimination Chamber, whichever one. I think it was No Way Out at this time it was called. And Orton won, but I think he won cheap. He didn't win clean. So because of that, the Orton got inserted the match, but they still kept Rey Mysterio into the title match as well. So it was a little strange booking there, but that's what happened. The match again he had at WrestleMania, the triple threat. It was all right. It could have been a little bit better than what it was, but it was still all right. Again, Mysterio didn't really go on to have like the strongest title run you could have asked for after that. Yeah, Mysterio from SmackDown won the Royal Rumble. He did it for Eddie once again. So to go over the numbers again, from Raw, Triple H came in number 1, an hour and 16 seconds, 5 eliminations. Number 2, Rey Mysterio from SmackDown, hour and 2 minutes and 12 seconds, 6 eliminations. Number 3 from SmackDown was Simon Dean, 45 seconds eliminations from SmackDown, Psychosis, a minute 15 eliminations. 5 through 7 were Raw superstars, first starting with Ric Flair, minute 20, no eliminations. Big Show, 9:02, 2 eliminations, and Jonathan Coachman, 30 seconds with no eliminations. From SmackDown, number 8, Bobby Lashley, 4:17, 1 elimination. From Raw, Kane, 3:33, 1 elimination. Number 10, Sylvan, 18 seconds, no eliminations. He was from SmackDown. Number 11 was Carlito, he was on Raw. 38-29, 2 eliminations, a little bit of an overrated appearance. Number 12 was Chris Benoit, 30-31, 2 eliminations. 12 to 16 are also SmackDown superstars. Number 13 was Booker T, 18 seconds, no eliminations. Number 14 was Joey Mercury, 29-14, 1 elimination. Number 15 was Tatanka, 14:09, no eliminations. 16 was Johnny Nitro, 25-45, 2 eliminations. From Raw, number 17, Trevor Murdoch, 13:41 with no eliminations. 18 is Eugene, 16:25, no eliminations. Number 19, SmackDown, we had Road Warrior Animal, 2:49 with no eliminations. Number 20, the returning Rob Van Dam, he was on Raw, 23:54, 4 eliminations. Number 21 from SmackDown, Orlando Jordan, 16:09 with no eliminations. Number 22, 59 seconds, Chavo Guerrero, no eliminations. He was on Raw. From SmackDown, Matt Hardy, number 23, 7:42, no eliminations. Number 24, also from SmackDown, Super Crazy, 7:40, no eliminations. Numbers 25 through 29 were all from Raw. HBK, 12:55 with 3 eliminations. Number 26 was Chris Masters, 7:01, 1 elimination. Number 27 was Viscera, eliminated by Carlito and Chris Masters in 5:20, 1 elimination. Number 28 was Shelton Benjamin, 6:51, no eliminations. Goldust, 3:09, no eliminations. And number 30 from SmackDown was Randy Orton, 13:04 with 2 eliminations. And then we then had Rey Mysterio also break the record for the longest lasting at an hour and 2 minutes and 12 seconds. That was previously held by Chris Benoit's an hour and 1 minute and 30 seconds in 2004. So he lasted the whole way because he started the match number 2. He also had the most eliminations with 6. And then, of course, total time was an hour and 2 minutes and 12 seconds. And overall, again, this Royal Rumble is a little overrated, I feel, because of the fact that, the whole idea was Rey Mysterio winning the Royal Rumble for the late Eddie Guerrero. So, and then also like, in between, there was like it was just all clustered up there. Nothing was really going on. It got kind of boring at some points. But just storyline with what's going on with Rey and whatnot was still made somewhat solid at least to sit through. It was a good moment for Rey, especially. So I'll give this Royal Rumble match a B minus. The 2006 Royal Rumble for me gets a B minus. What are your thoughts on the 2006 Royal Rumble match? Please leave your thoughts down in the comments section below. And as always, please click that like and subscribe for more content to come to this channel. Follow me on Twitter, Airbrownie3. Again, I'll hopefully do the 2007 Rumble tonight also, and I have some levels for Shabs 2000 I'll get uploaded as well, so I'm going to get some stuff, a lot more stuff uploaded before I go to bed tonight. Alright, so guys, thank you again for tuning in. Until then, peace out, everybody.